Hi everyone, welcome to Bridges Across America. We are John and Dorothy Bridges here with you, and we wanted to just do a video really quick because we just passed a major threshold, I guess, milestone.
Yeah.
Last month we passed 6 months on the road of full-time RVing.
Yep.
And then Memorial Day weekend was marked the first year when we took our Frankie or RV
Frankie.
out for the first time. So it was a year ago that we had done that, and like I said, we've been on the road for 6 months. So what we're hearing is we're getting a lot of questions from a lot of people now that when they hear that we've been on the road for 6 months, and we are addressing a lot of those in our blog, but we thought we would go live or do a video with some that you actually sent to us. So we wanted to address those here at the video. So
All right, so the first question.
yes.
Do you ever miss coming home from a trip, tossing the suitcases, and jumping on the bed?
Jumping on the bed.
What do you think?
Evie asked me that, and actually we talked about that. No, we really don't.
Don't miss it.
In fact, we took us a little side trip back in April to Cancun, and when we were, and of course we flew, we didn't take the RV, but when we were down there, John and I both looked at each other at one point and said, you know, we really miss Frankie. We're ready
Frankie
to get
the
home.
RV.
So
Yeah, we were ready to get back home.
So Frankie is our home now, and
Yep.
so we look forward to coming back, and so yeah, maybe coming back to Frankie and throwing the suitcase on the bed there and jumping on it, but not in the bricks and sticks. No.
No. Okay. So what's the second question?
Second question, how much are you paying for RV sites?
Well, being the nerd that I am, you know how that goes, I went ahead and did a spreadsheet up.
Yes. Oh, he and his spreadsheet.
And we had originally gone into this thinking, okay, if we can keep it under $600 a month, that's kind of where that's our benchmark.
That was our budget, $600.
And actually, after 6 months and doing a spreadsheet of every single day, and this includes taxes and the fees and everything else, we've averaged $19 a day, which is right at $570 a month. So we've actually kept it pretty close, you know,
Very
pretty
close.
little
Yeah.
bit under. The lowest we've paid is $11 a night. And that was at the Corps of Engineer campground at 7 Points on Percy Priest Lake in
We've
Nashville.
gotten a few freebies, so you know,
Yeah.
like Cracker Barrel, my sister, yeah.
That's called mooch docking.
Mooch docking,
Instead
yeah.
of boondocking, you're mooching.
Yeah. So anyway, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But part of what's helped us out is we do a lot at the Corps of Engineer parks.
Yes.
And one thing that helps us there is the access pass. It's part of the America the Beautiful pass that the national parks have, and you can get a senior pass if you're 62. We were able to get one because I've got a VA rating for disability and from my military retirement, so I was able to get one before 62. It's a lifetime membership. We paid $10. They've actually gone up to $80, but it's still for a lifetime. Get you into national parks, Corps of Engineer, Bureau of Land Management, all those for half price camping.
Half price. You can't beat it. Oh my
So-
gosh. So yeah, so when we look for parks, that's usually at the top of our list. Our
Yep.
national parks, Corps of Engineer parks, pretty much, and then state parks.
Yep. But to answer the question,
yeah.
about $570 a month has been our average for the first 6
Right,
months.
right. Now you can go higher than that. There are parks out there that run you $100 a night.
Yeah, I was going to say our lowest was
so-
11, but I didn't say our highest. Our highest was $75 a
Yeah,
night
that one hurt.
at the KOA at Lion Country
Yes.
Safari down in West Palm Beach. That was fun, and we were there for a reason. It was great, and we had a great time.
Yeah, and
but
we only stayed like 4 nights.
4 or 5 nights,
Yes,
yeah. And
So yeah, so you can get the whole gamut. You have to decide what is your budget, how much will your budget allow you, and then go from there. So yeah, that's
the
it.
sun is moving.
It
the
is, and the sun is in
my-
his face.
Oh well, that's okay. Next question.
Okay.
With your experience to date, what additional features would you look for, or features you thought were important but aren't, in your next RV purchase, or recommend to others? So what do you think? What's your what are you thinking?
Well, I'm pretty happy with our Frankie. Frankie is a 32-foot fifth wheel,
Fifth wheel?
and we actually really like the fifth wheel. We like being able to park it and then have the truck to be able to go once we get stationed.
We really also like the length. I mean, it's about right, you know, as far as,
Right.
you know, it's not too big, so it's maneuverable, but
Right.
it's big enough for us to call home.
Right. I think the only thing that we would maybe consider in a future purchase, maybe a little bit bigger bedroom. Our bedroom is a little small. We don't have a slide out, so we would probably look at one that has a slide out in the bedroom, and maybe a king size bed as opposed to the queen size bed. Something that's got a little bit more space in the floor space, maybe a little bit more closet space in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I probably would look for is bigger sink. The sink is a really small one, and then a little bit almost like a regular size. So I would look at that little side sink. Just sort of drives me crazy sometimes. And then a bigger oven. The oven is pretty small, which, you know, we haven't missed a meal yet, so I think we're okay. But those are probably two features. I think the other thing we said was we purchased a generator thinking we would need a generator, and we have yet to use it. So that really depends on where you're going. If you're going to be boondocking a lot, then generator would definitely be of use, and we will probably get use out of it, but we just haven't used it yet.
For 6 months, we haven't used it at all. So
that's a purchase that could have waited. Yeah.
But it's a guy thing. You got to have a generator.
Definitely.
So, okay.
Yes. Next question. What do you do with the dogs when you can't take them with you?
Well, that's just like it was when we were in the house or the apartment or anything else. They are used to being in their kennel. They got a little wire kennel, and they're in the same one together, and they're used to that when we leave, we just say kennel, and they go, because that's their comfortable place.
Yeah,
so
that's their comfort place. They don't mind that at all. And we usually, of course, you know, we're not gone too terribly long. We make sure we're back to take care of them as far as letting them, you know, get walks and get fed. And, you know, so they're fine. We haven't had any complaints.
Leave some music on for them. We try to leave country music to give them some quality entertainment, you know, but and also to keep the outside noise down so they're not barking or anything. But as far as we know, they haven't been barking or anything at all. They're perfectly comfortable.
Perfectly fine.
All right.
Yeah, they're doing great.
And then the last question, somebody not really having to do with the RV, but just kind of what we're doing now is how's the virtual FPU class going?
Yeah, virtual FPU. If you're not familiar with that, Virtual Financial Peace University, which if you know anything about us, you know we have been long facilitators of that course and are passionate about it, and we decided to take it on the road with us. So we have just launched our first virtual FPU class.
Actually, we haven't just launched it. We're over halfway through.
We're halfway through. That's true. We're on the downhill side, and we have 14 people, and we've kept every single one of them. They enjoy the format. We are loving the format, and we're looking forward to doing more.
Yes,
so stay
we'll be
tuned,
doing some more starting in July, right after the week after the 4th of July. We'll put some information out about that if you're interested. But it's kind of funny because we've got them from all over the country. We're going from California to Florida, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Texas. So we got the entire country covered and a few places in between.
Right. So, So anyway, we just wanted to answer those questions for you. Go read our blog. We've answered a few more questions, that people tend to ask us when they know that we've been on the road for 6 months. And we will be back with you again soon.
All right. Y'all have a good one.